I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy. Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure something got under his skin.
Right after the Steelers' win over the Bengals, Jalen Ramsey spoke to the media and dropped a shocking claim that left fans frozen. His reason for swinging at Ja'Marr Chase was nothing anyone saw coming. The officials missed the moment that started it all, and Ramsey's words hinted at something deeper and more personal.
He spit on me, so it's up. I'm always gonna be all for trash talking and stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that.
The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Cincinnati Bengals 34-12 on November 16, 2025 at Acrisure Stadium in Week 11. The game featured an explosive confrontation between Steelers cornerback Jalen Ramsey and Bengals wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase that resulted in Ramsey's ejection with approximately 13 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Video evidence later confirmed Chase spit on Ramsey before the punch occurred, though game officials failed to see the initial provocation. Ramsey and Chase had been jawing at each other since the first half of the contest. The tension between the two Pro Bowl players escalated throughout the game. They received offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties for a confrontation after a play prior to Ramsey's ejection. Each player grabbed the other's face mask and squared off before officials separated them. Both received warnings that another unsportsmanlike penalty would result in disqualification. The final confrontation occurred when Chase spit on Ramsey during an exchange between plays. Ramsey immediately retaliated by throwing a punch at Chase. CBS broadcast video clearly showed Ramsey's punch but did not capture evidence of Chase's spit. Game officials missed the spit entirely and ejected Ramsey for the punch. Chase remained in the game and received no penalty for spitting. Field-level video emerged post-game that clearly showed Chase spitting on Ramsey before the punch. The footage was captured by Fox 19's Austin Brisky and circulated widely on social media. The video contradicted Chase's post-game denial that he spit on anyone. The evidence prompted NFL officials to announce they would investigate the incident further. Ramsey addressed reporters after the game and explained his actions. "He spit on me, so it's up," Ramsey said via Brendan Howe of Steelers. "Now, I don't give a fuck about football after that, respectfully." The statement reflected Ramsey's position that being spit on crossed a line that superseded football competition. His willingness to accept ejection rather than ignore the provocation demonstrated the seriousness with which he viewed Chase's action. Chase denied spitting on Ramsey when asked by reporters after the game. "I didn't spit on nobody," Chase stated via Noah Hiles. "I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy." Chase characterized the lead-up to Ramsey's punch as exchanging words and suggested Ramsey took offense to verbal exchanges. "He don't like some of the stories I told him," Chase said. "We'd been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm straight." Something got under his skin. Game referee Bill Vinovich told Pool reporter Brian Batko that officials did not see Chase spit on Ramsey. "No, obviously we did not." Vinovich said, "We did not see anything that rose to that level at all." The admission confirmed that officials missed the provocation that led to Ramsey's punch. An NFL spokesman stated after the game that the league would look further into the incident. Ramsey's ejection carried immediate consequences for Pittsburgh beyond losing a starting cornerback. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty turned a would-be 4th and 1 for Cincinnati into a first down. The Bengals had feigned going for it on 4th down prior to the penalty, but did not draw the Steelers offside. They appeared ready to punt or attempt a long field goal without the first down. The penalty advanced Cincinnati to Pittsburgh's 29-yard line for 1st and 10. The Bengals could not capitalize with a touchdown. They settled for a field goal to cut their deficit to 20-12 after outside linebacker Nick Herbig sacked quarterback Joe Flacco, pushing Cincinnati into 3rd and 17. A pair of late defensive touchdowns allowed the Steelers to blow open the game despite playing the fourth quarter without Ramsey. Chase faces potential NFL discipline for spitting on Ramsey based on league precedent. Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter was fined $57,222 and hit with a one-game suspension for spitting on Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott in Week 1 of the 2025 season. Carter did not miss any additional time as he was ejected on the first play of that game. The NFL deemed as missing. The final 59 minutes counted as serving his suspension. CBS Sports' Jonathan Jones reported the NFL will investigate the incident and determine appropriate punishment for Chase. "The NFL will look into this," Jones wrote on X. they have set a precedent that they will suspend a player for a game if he spits on someone. Based on Carter's punishment, Chase can likely expect a fine exceeding $50,000 and a one-game suspension for Cincinnati's Week 12 game against the New England Patriots. Chase could face additional discipline for lying to media about the incident. Video evidence directly contradicted his denial that he spit on Ramsey. The NFL typically takes a dim view of players making false statements to media, particularly when those statements can be disproven with video evidence. Whether the league adds punishment for dishonesty remains to be seen. Jalen Ramsey joined the Pittsburgh Steelers as a free agent before the 2025 season after spending 3 seasons with the Miami Dolphins from 2022 to 2024. The 6-time Pro Bowl selection previously played for the Los Angeles Rams from 2019 to 2021 and the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2016 to 2019. The Jaguars selected Ramsey with the 5th overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft out of Florida State. Ramsey has established himself as one of the premier cornerbacks in the NFL throughout his 9-year career. He earned 3 All-Pro selections and 1 Super Bowl LVI with the Rams following the 2021 season. His aggressive playing style and willingness to engage in trash talk have made him a polarizing figure. Ramsey has never shied away from confrontation with opposing receivers. Jamar Chase entered the NFL when the Cincinnati Bengals selected him with the 5th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft out of LSU. Chase won the Biletnikoff Award as college football's top receiver in 2019 and helped LSU win the national championship that season. He reunited with former LSU teammate Joe Burrow in Cincinnati and immediately made an impact as a rookie. Chase earned NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year honors in 2021 after catching 81 passes for 1,455 yards and 13 touchdowns. He has made 3 Pro Bowls in his 4 seasons and earned 2 All-Pro selections. Chase helped lead the Bengals to Super Bowl LVI following the 2021 season, where they lost to Ramsey's Rams. The 2 players first faced each other in that championship game. The history between Ramsey and Chase extends beyond their Super Bowl 56 matchup. The 2 have faced each other multiple times as division rivals squared off. Their previous encounters featured the competitive trash talk common between elite cornerbacks and receivers. The November 16th incident represented an escalation beyond verbal exchanges into physical confrontation. The ejection forced Ramsey to watch from the locker room as his team secured the victory. The Steelers improved to 6-4 and remained in control of the AFC North Division. Pittsburgh accomplished the win, despite losing quarterback Aaron Rodgers and running back Jalen Warren to injury during the game. The defense carried the team with 2 late touchdowns that turned a competitive game into a blowout. The loss dropped Cincinnati to 3-7 and further damaged their playoff hopes. The Bengals await the anticipated return of starting quarterback Joe Burrow, who has missed time with injury. Chase's potential suspension would remove Cincinnati's top offensive weapon for at least 1 game during a critical stretch. The timing could not be worse for a team desperately trying to salvage its season. Social media erupted following the emergence of video evidence contradicting Chase's denial. Fans and media members criticized Chase for lying about the incident. Many argued that spitting on an opponent represented a worse offense than retaliatory punching. The consensus held that both players deserve punishment, but that Chase's initial action and subsequent dishonesty warranted harsher discipline. The incident sparked broader conversation about player conduct and officiating standards. Critics questioned how officials missed such a clear provocation in close proximity to the altercation. The failure to see Chase spit on Ramsey resulted in one-sided punishment that penalized only the player who retaliated. The situation highlighted ongoing challenges with real-time officiating in a sport played at extreme speed.
I pretty much was able to do everything. I just wasn't in probably as much.
Just days before their critical Week 11 showdown, the Pittsburgh Steelers are in turmoil. Star left tackle Broderick Jones has unexpectedly missed practice, and the reason is raising serious concern. With the Bengals on the horizon and playoff hopes hanging by a thread, the Steelers are scrambling to find answers. Can they overcome this challenge, or is this the turning point of their season?
It's always something. Everybody just got to be on one accord. If that's us making giving him a firmer pocket or him, just sitting in the pocket or, however it works. We just got to figure it out.
Jones had been a pivotal part of the Steelers' offensive line this season, contributing significantly in both the passing and running game. The absence from practice caught everyone off guard, especially after Jones played the entire Week 10 contest against the Los Angeles Chargers without showing signs of injury. The groin issue, which Jones described as basically the same injury he dealt with in training camp, raises concerns about his availability for the upcoming game. "It's basically the same thing I dealt with during training camp," Jones said in a statement. "We'll just have to see how it goes." The Steelers are in a difficult spot with the injury.